Hello, everyone. Uh, Welcome to our webinar on defending WordPress by preventing fake accounts, spams, and OTP abuse. I'm Pooja More from Mini Orange, and today we have with us Neha and Ranal, Neha is a business analyst in Mini Orange, and Ranal is a software engineer. So today, Neha and Ranal are going to show us how we can protect our WordPress sites or our e-commerce sites from OTP abuses or fake accounts or fraud accounts and getting our websites hacked. So before we start, I just want to introduce Mini Orange to you all. So Mini Orange is a cybersecurity company operating in the cybersecurity domain and the identity and access management domain for over 12 years now. And we also have a lion's share in WordPress security domain, wherein we have a sort of WordPress security plugins. So that is just about Mini Orange. Now, before we start our webinar or before we um, move on to move on to the webinar, there are a few things that I want to run through you guys. If you guys have any questions throughout the webinar, please feel free to ask them in the Q&A section or in the chat box. Uh, We'll also be sharing our credentials if there are any queries that you feel that cannot be solved during the webinar. You can reach out to us on our email address, which we'll be sharing by the end of this webinar. Also, if you face any technical issues during the webinar, you can reconnect to the webinar. Now, before we move on, I'm going to take you through certain stats that we researched, which helped us understand why this webinar is so important, why WordPress security is so important. So the first fact that we came across was, in today's date, around over 43% of websites are running on WordPress platforms. So this makes it a easy target or a top target for cyber attackers. Well, that's just not it. When we were researching, we found out that every 22 minutes a WordPress site is attacked, and there are various types of attacks that we'll be going through. One of which was during the research only itself, we found out that in India, SMS bombing attacks have become very popular. And these attacks are done using VOIP numbers. So VOIP numbers is again going to be one of our topics in today's webinar. Well, the website traffic that we get today the traffic that we get today on our websites, 56% of it is automated. So it becomes very easy for attackers to conduct bot driven attacks or do fake signups or OTP abuse or spamming attacks. And yeah, this is one more thing. Why plugins? So we know that WordPress or most of the e-commerce sites works on plugins and themes, but these plugins and themes become outdated after a certain amount of time. And looking at this vulnerability, attackers find it very easy to to attack a website. So 4.7 million WordPress sites were found vulnerable in 2023 because of outdated plugins and themes. Now, as I said, the website traffic is automated and bot-driven attacks are very common lately. So the stat is right in front of you. Last year itself, 167% of the attacks were bot-driven attacks. So these were either by credential stuffing and all. Now, why it is important for every business, be it any size, to take security or WordPress security seriously. 43% of small businesses were attacked lately. So attackers are not focusing on large businesses or medium-sized businesses. It is a business of every size. So no matter what size of your business is, we have people have been getting a victim or becoming a start in this. So before we move on to our next segment, or before we start the webinar, I'm going to run a quick poll for you guys to know if you or any of your friends or family or any of your acquaintances have faced any such attack or been a victim to a cybersecurity fraud or attack. Let's look at the stats. Brute force attacks are very common. So I guess Neha, we're going to cover that as well in our webinar today. Uh, there are spam signups as well. Yep. So I'll hand over to Neha to take this forward and help us understand how we can protect the websites today.
Hello guys, this is Neha from Mini Orange. Before we dive into to know the threats, let's go to the table and list what we are going to learn today in the webinar. We will look at the threat or landscape overview, that what are the common threats we face, and know about the VoIP. Next, we will know about the VoIP numbers. What are the VoIP numbers? How the fraudsters or hackers exploit the VoIP numbers, and the difference between the VoIP numbers and regular phone numbers that we use in day-to-day life. I Once we have covered these concepts, and then we will look at a quick demo about the VoIP numbers, how can you enable it, how can you defend with the VoIP number, or detect it on your sites, WordPress sites, it's our e-commerce site, and then we will move forward with the threats that we will look and explore the another threats in detail under the what happens when our site isn't protected. And lastly, the look over the conclusions and best practices to protect your sites. So quickly move over. Let's threat landscape overview. So, firstly, these are the common threats that we face the daily. As now the Pooja said, the fake accounts, the fakes, and this is the first topic. The fake signups have been a daily issue of any e-commerce or site, or any site you can say. They happen generally due to a VoIP number or disposal email that are easily available and easy to access, and due to which we sometimes face or provide, you can say, freebies. They get the free access to your site or e-commerce site and get the benefits, and they can also do the, you can say, spamming and everything regarding it. We will look over it in detail and some time. And next up is OTP exploitation. And this generally happens when the any user or attacker repeatedly requests OTP from the same number, IP, regarding it. It costs a WordPress site, as you know, any OTP request it's cost us something. It's as the SMS delivered or OTP is delivered with it costs us something, and it gets cost. It's a pricing business. Next is it also interrupts the services in WordPress site services that gets logs and rate exhaustion. It also affects the users also. Next is the login attacks. That generally happens with brute force and credential sharings to gain unauthorized access for your site. I and do any malicious activities that you don't want on a site. So before moving forward with the VoIP numbers concept, I just want to know how many of you know about the VoIP number concept. Is it new for you guys? So we will just quick run a poll regarding it, and you can just answer it about it. Let's just move forward with it. Let's see what are the VoIP numbers. So VIP numbers are basically the voice over internet. You can say were numbers that work on the internet protocol. They are just the internet numbers that is provided. You can say by any services, and these are different from the traditional phone lines that we use in India. You can say in US or generally we have. Uh, and you can know the mobile numbers, the VoIP numbers are not tied to the physical SIM as they are on internet. They doesn't need any physical SIM card or phone anything. It's very easy, and why the fraudsters love it because of they're easy to create in bulk and used for any device from any access. That is, you don't need gas as you have subscription. As example, you have Netflix subscription, you can use it from anywhere. Same case. The VoIP number provides your dashboard, and that dashboard is accessible from everywhere, from mobile, tab, and internet. And the main thing, it is difficult to trace a individual regarding it. So you can say regarding is does not have a SIM card, so you can trace. Internet is all over, guys. Today, let's be fact about it. It and why it is scary. As you can see the screen, there are stats that present VIP numbers are 7x more likely to be associated with any fraud compared to the traditional voice numbers. And the fake accounts that we have mentioned and that were voted that it's again a very easy solution. Now you can say fake accounts are issue, it generally happens to the VoIP numbers, and 80% of the SMS fraud attacks exploited VoIP numbers for OTP abuse and bulk messaging. So let's go see the fraudsters, why exploit it and why it's exploited by the fraudsters. It's low cost and free to obtain from any Gmail ID. The Google Voice number is the most general or basic one, as one of the example of the VoIP numbers that is being used and you can easily obtain with a Gmail. In some regions, you can say Europe and US. It can be used with the recycled and reused across the multiple accounts. And so it helps enabling the fake accounts, OTP abuse, and referral frauds. You can see often used. It's also often used with the residential proxies and fake email IDs. With the proxy, you can change your location and get the voice number. You can say Google Voice number or any internet voice number and fake IDs and generate it more. So these are the due to this is a most recent fact that 80% of the mobile-based frauds on e-commerce platform originated from the VoIP number. So we have been seeing it. What are the issues regarding it? Now let's see the compare with the traditional numbers and see the what are the key differences regarding this. Is the VoIP number and a regular number. We'll go by one in each parameter and cover all the things regarding it. Let's first go with the technology. As I said earlier, the VoIP numbers work with the internet. The Google Voice number is one of the example of the VoIP numbers. It operates over the internet. The internet is available. So internet, this numbers use the technology of the internet technology of voice over internet protocol. Next, regular numbers as we have been using for decades. They are on cellular networks like GSM and LTE. Next is the location identification. As mentioned earlier, VoIP numbers are hard to trace. They have no physical location or carriers linkage. However, in the you can say regular phone numbers, we have MCC or MNC codes for due to which is location identified by a carrier or and a region. So, what are these MCC and MNC codes? As these are the mobile country code and mobile network code which identifies from which the number is which country and which network. As mentioned, this is not present in a VoIP number, any VoIP number. However, it is present in a regular number. That is why it is easy to trace around it, trace the region or carrier that has been used for a regular number. Next is device binding. uh, we do not need any physical or you can say a physical device or SIM for having a VoIP number. It's not needed. You just need a dashboard and an internet. That's all. You can browse it from the any tab all over the world from any mobile or desktop, whatever you have. And however, for the regular number, you need a SIM card and a device to be operated, and we are using it quite some time. So I don't think we need to explain it further. And the format wise, you can see the mobile numbers, they have unfortunately no difference between the format. They are the same format, but you would not know which is a VoIP number and which is the regular number. For that, you have to use technology of regarding the solution that detects the MCC and MNC codes. This is the only way for it. And that's it. So we need a backend technology regarding to identify the number. So use case. Why are the VoIP numbers or regular numbers used? VoIP numbers are generally used for the online communication, secondary numbers, or automation of big enterprises to have a communication with customers and everything. And regular number, as we have been using for decades, is for personal and business communication. Is generally that. These are the key differences and key technology differences between the VoIP number and the regular number. Now, the Mrunal will show you the, you can see the demo regarding it, how to identify a VoIP number and what are the settings in around it. So hand it over to Mrunal.
Yes, so yeah, hello guys, this is Mrunal. So as Neha explained us about what VoIP numbers are and how harmful they are to your WordPress site because they can be easily obtained and attackers generally use them to spam your site or create fake accounts. So you must be wondering like how we can prevent our WordPress site from those kind of numbers. Is there any way we can prevent it? So yes, there is a way. So there is some APIs available on the market which we can use to fetch this kind of phone numbers and prevent them from using on your site. But yeah, this is some technology wise. So most of the users joined over here are using WordPress e-commerce site, right? So the first thing which come in our mind is plugin. So you must be looking for some plugin which should satisfy this kind of use case. And here I have, let me introduce you to our plugin for the OTP verification and spam prevention, which will satisfy your use case. So let me share my screen and I will walk you through the plugin and the demo. So yeah, this is the plugin for the OTP verification, spam prevention, and blocking VoIP kind of phone numbers. So once you install and download the plugin from WordPress, this will be the dashboard which will be shown to you. I will just walk you through the small setup process. So firstly, you just need to select the form from the list over here. So we have almost 60 plus forms which are available on the WordPress, and you can select the correct or the form on which you want to prevent such kind of attacks. So for now, I have enabled OTP on the login form and the contact form for the demo purpose. So once we enable OTP verification in any form, what happened is it won't allow users to submit the form, submit inquiry, log in or register on your site without verifying the user. So verification means it could be either phone verification or email verification. So this is the main purpose of the plugin. Now, in addition to that, as we are talking about VoIP phone number, let me show you the additional settings which we have. So these are the advanced feature we have around OTP verification. Firstly, I will just explain you regarding the VoIP phone numbers. As we have already covered what is VoIP, then I won't repeat it again. So let me just show you that you just need to enable the setting, and after that the settings will be enabled on your form. And I have also enabled some couple of settings like country code drop down, etc., which will show you the flag on your phone field. Now, as we covered the backend part, let me show you the actual WordPress form. So this is the normal contact form on the WordPress. Many of us use inquiry forms for getting some queries from our users. So this one is form which I have set up for the demo. And I will be entering one phone number. So we are guessing here if that is a VoIP or not. It could be a VoIP or it could not be. So I'm expecting some answers in the chat. What do you think if it's VoIP or not? Please guess, guys, and let me know your answers. So do we have any answers? Okay, if in case you are not able to guess, that's fair enough, because as Neha explained us a few minutes back that the format of the VoIP phone number is exactly same to the actual phone number. You cannot distinguish if the phone number is VoIP or not. but we can check with the help of our plugin. See, the plugin is saying the phone number is not valid phone number. That's why it didn't send us the OTP. It threw us an error. Means this is the VOIP phone number. Let me try it with one more phone number. Now the second phone number which I am adding here is the actual VOIP phone number associated with Mini Orange. So if you want to contact us, you can use it. So save it on your end. Okay, I hope you have saved it on your end. Let me check if our plugin catched it or not. Again, it showed us an error. Now, as we have seen, like what will happen if this is a VoIP phone number, there is a lot of backend process handled for that, like to catch it. Like we have integrated few APIs using which we can check if the phone number is VoIP or not, using some parameters which Neha has explained us during the comparison. But I will not go till the backend. I'm just showing you how it should work in the front end for our end users. As we have covered the error part, let me just show you how it should work when the phone number is correct. So I'm entering one phone number which is associated with the correct user and how our plugin is supposed to act in that case. So this number is correct. And if I click on send OTP, it has sent the OTP on that phone number, and now you can go further and verify that OTP. And once that customer or user verify this OTP, then and then he or she should be able to submit this form. Now, this is how you can deal with the VoIP phone number on your WordPress site, and you can protect your site from such kind of attackers. Now, as we have covered the VoIP part, now you must be wondering what other kind of attacks which may happen in your site. Then wait, Neha has more interesting facts for you. So yeah, Neha, please take this ahead.
Thanks, Manal, for sharing the wonderful insights and a demo of the VIP numbers, and we can understand it, how to detect it, regarding it, regarding the VIP number. Now let's move forward with it. The most important thing is attackers don't need to be smart. They just need a site to be slow, unprotected, and unpredictable. Uh, uh, and the attacks that threatening attacks that happen mostly are the brute force act, OTP flooding, as it's also known as OTP bombing, IP rotation and device spoofing, and social engineering phishing with OTPs ease. We'll look over these threats in one by one format and details and how does it works. Let's start with the brute force attacks and move forward with it. So in brute force attacks, the OTPs are generally and the brute force are generally the hackers don't hack your system. They mostly target your OTP system, verification system, and the bots are used mostly repeatedly. You can have to guess the bots codes repeatedly guess the code of the OTP to gain the unauthorized access of your site and use it for the various things. And as I said, a bot can run in every possible combination with the OTPs in under 1 minute and guess the correct OTP around it if it has happened. So how would we doing it? How can we protect a site regarding it? It's a simple and basic solution, as you can say, rate limiting. Rate limiting it attempts it after 3 or 2 attempts of the OTP, it failed. It stopped the system further regarding it to further test or send the OTPs and temporarily blocks out. It delays the next attempt of a you can say user around it. And how does it helps us? As the bot sends the continuous OTP codes, it's hold down, it prevents and slows down it properly, and the site has been saved it from it. And rapid and blocks the rapid and repeated attacks, slow downs and halts the brute attacks and protecting user account regarding it. It further now the further as in we as we play a game or anyone, we always have a you can say the basic and the further enhancement in the game, and difficulty level increases. So next, if the when the rate limiting falls and the OTP and hackers start with flooding your OTPs, flooding a system with the various OTPs. Again, attackers have gone to the next level regarding it. Attackers overwhelm your system, triggers it from 100,000 of the requests with the OTP. Here, they don't need your access to your site. They just need to harass the users, exhaust the SMS credits, and disrupt the service delivery. As once the exhaust the SMS credits, then mostly the SMS providers or gateways they are mostly our cards have been tied up, and the money we lose the money in that ad. And the service disruption is also a bad experience for any user that is using your site. So how it is done? Attackers repeatedly trigger the OTP request in short time frame, and due to this, the legitimate user finds difficult to receive the OTPs, as all the OTPs are queue in a gateway or a provider. So the legal legitimate user finds it difficult, and it's leave with a bad experience, and also affects your brand around it. So again, how to protect a site? Just as the attackers have gone to the step up the game, we will also have to do the same. So previously I have introduced the rate limiting one, and now we have need to advance rate limiting in regarding it. Here, we will also not only the stop sending OTPs, we will also block the users around it and limit the number of requests they can validate in certain time frame. Or you can say the granular level. You can also block out from the same IP. Limit each user's IP device, the number of OTPs you wanted. And how does it help? It prevents the OTP requests from the same IP users or the device, stops bot for flooding the system and disrupting the service. So, do you have any questions regarding it? All the questions we are questions regarding it.
Neha and Pranal, when we took the poll for what kind of attacks people have faced, brute force and OTP were held a larger share. Is there a way, like, will you be able to show us a demo on how we can protect this? And there's also a question which says that how much time limit is given for like OTP time limit is how much, and can there be any limits per day?
Can we show like
Demo for
Yeah,
this as well.
sure. Yeah, sure. So yeah, good question. We are actually covering the same in our next demo. So as Neha explained us about only enabling OTP on any form is not the helpful or the final solution, because there are attackers which can even spam your OTPs. Like there are so many bots available, or we know the AI technology nowadays. You can easily form a script and just send multiple times of OTP in the same form, and you can hamper any business very easily. So we must need some kind of another layer of protection to prevent such kind of attacks, such kind of bots, or such kind of activities. So for that, let me introduce you one more kind of prevention for that. So give me a moment, I will share my screen. So the solution which Neha already introduced to us, which is OTP spam prevention. So this is the add-on for that how we can prevent the spamming on your site. So there are two type of spamming which may happen. I will cover one by one. So first is any bot or AI can run a script and send multiple OTP attempts within a minute or even within a second, because it's very easy to spam on the site. So for that, we need to prevent them from sending the next OTP attempts once they send OTP at once. Which means if I have sent OTP now, then I should be blocked or I should be restricted from sending next OTP for like at least 1 minute, half a minute, 2 minutes, based on how we want it for the best user experience. So for now, I have kept it as a 1 minute for the users, so that if I send OTP now, next OTP could be sent only after 1 minute. And the second functionality is to block user after some particular number of OTP attempts. So let's suppose I'm filling one registration form, and I have initiated 3 or 4 OTPs, but still I'm not completing that form, or I'm not verifying myself, and I'm just even waiting for 1 minute timer and just initiating one more OTP. Then that's also one kind of attack. So we should understand such kind of users and we should block such users. So for that, we can enter the OTP limit. So for now, it's 3. It could be 3 to 5 considering human error factor. And if some user extends that limit, then we should block them. Like they should not be able to fill the form. They should not be able to submit the form even with correct OTP. So this is the setting, or this is the backend. Now I hope you are interested to actually see it, how it works on the form. So here we are. So this is the WooCommerce login form which I have already set up, which we have already seen in the start of the demo. So this is the passwordless login which I have enabled on the login form, and I will show you the login with the limit OTP. So as this is passwordless login, I can enter username or email or phone number, and I will initiate the OTP. Now, as you can see, we have OTP sent on my phone number, and here you can see the timer, and there is a validate OTP button, but you cannot see the recent OTP or send OTP button here, which means you are not allowed to send next OTP until this timer ends. But I have one question. If we have some developers or technical person here, do you have any point in your mind that you even can bypass the current scenario? Because always if there is a problem, there is a solution, or attackers are smarter than us. So I hope if you have any method or something which you can try and bypass this. Okay, I will wait till timer ends. So if you have any, please drop us in the Q&A section. Okay, if you don't have, I have it. Let me show it to you. So if you can see, as 1 minute finished, it again show me the resend OTP button. Now I can resend the OTP as per our setting. So let me resend it. Okay, now I know that the resend OTP button present somewhere here. So I can inspect it and find it if I can bypass this timer. It's very easy to find out if you know how WordPress works. Okay, I get it. Now, what if I click this? Because if I am a spammer or attacker or anyone, they can easily find this button and run a script to click this button. And if after clicking this button, if it's working, then there is no point that we are showing the timer and the pop-up, right? No, let me show you. So if someone tries to do that, we can still block that user and he or she cannot try to send OTP within that time frame. And we are blocking him for the specific amount of time frame which we have already set. So if attackers are smarter, we are more smarter than them. So we can prevent it in a more better way. So I hope you know that how it's working and how we can prevent and protect our site. Now as we have covered like how we can protect our site from sending OTPs, there is one more part. Now, as you can see, there was no timer or something for validating the OTP. So what if now I know that OTP is of 5 digits, and I can easily create an algorithm from which I can create OTPs of 5 digits from 0 to 9. Any OTP which are creating, any one OTP must be correct and you will be validated and you can authorize that site from any users. Doesn't matter if you have access to the user's phone number, email, OTP, etc. So for that, we also need validation on the validate OTP attempts. So for that, we should restrict our validate OTP attempts to the 5 or 10. So let's suppose someone is validating OTP till the 5th time. If he or she try to validate it to the 6th or 7th time, we should block that user, because keeping unlimited validate OTP attempts can also hamper your site, because it's very easy to guess or run a script for creating any kind of OTPs. So those are 2 types of protection which we can perform on our site for protecting such kind of attackers. Now we have covered 2 types of layers. We have one more interesting point going ahead. So Neha will walk you through it. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can drop us or we will answer it accordingly.
Yes. So only a developer can think of going to inspect and do it. Get it. That was very good to cover regarding in the demo also, and showing us how can we protect around it also. So we move forward with it. The Now, as we have been looking for the rate limiting and advanced rate limiting, for any game or anyone, you have a one layer. How about if a attacker also bypasses the advanced rate limiting and goes it further? In previously, we have blocked. We are blocking the use on IP basis also, right? From the same IP, if there are requests too many, we are blocking it. So we will look into IP rotation and device spoofing, where the attackers rotate the multiple IPs addresses and spoof the device improvements. Its simple goal is to bypass the rate limiting device fingerprinting by making the OTP request as every new IP. It's considered a new user. So how do they do it? We know about it, and how does it works? It works with the proxy networks and to rotate IPs at the each request. Is it can be generated random device fingerprints to avoid detection. Appears a and as I said, a new IP appears as a legitimate user. So we need to protect the frauds around it also. So what should we do? Let's look over the solution, a basic solution regarding nothing fancy, just doable. Well, dual layer protection, dual layer OTP verification, whether or not only we are dependent on the SMS OTP, we also verify the email one, email OTP as well. Once if the attackers are using or doing the attacks on SMS, we they still need to verify the email one to have an access to your site or anything. And as you can see, the email OTP and SMS OTP, the both combining are the more powerful with rate limiting, in where the IP rotation we can stop a attacker again. And this also level up us. So we have to match our attacker also to protect our site. We can't just hand over our sites to them. And let's assume attackers have found a way to have OTP. Let's go to the next level, well, the next expert level, where the attackers us now will be combining the previous attacks with the social media with this. They will doing it and gain access to your OTP. They will targeting your users regarding it. They have seen that nothing works against you, so they will target your users and to gain the you can say OTPs under the social engineering and phishing with that OTPs. Victim receives a fake messages, phishing emails, and spoof calls, and simple goal. It's for them to gain access, unauthorized access to your site. Once they have unauthorized access, they can do anything on your site and even get the botnets and have a malicious code or something once they are inside your site. So it's very important to protect our sites around it also. Oh, so again, we also have to look for new solutions regarding it and how can we so the first and foremost is of behavioral analytics. We need to always have a log or report, so from where the users are getting logged generally. What if the hacker or you can say attacker get a OTP and it exits your site, but it's from a different location, different world, different part of the world. Usually, if in case the user is getting logged in from the Europe and it's automatically start logging from the Asia region or some other region, so it should be monitored from the system itself. So there is a behavior analytics that can be used for it. And another is let's not depend only on the OTP. Let's have another method also. Risk-based authentication, other one. The security questions. Any user, you can have a dual layer of protection here also. With another methods we have security question, biometrics around it, and you can say also Google authenticators and authenticator apps. You can also use it around it if you're leaving the SMS OTP also. And how does it helps? How does the solutions help us? So the first one helps you to detect the suspicious deviation, like as I mentioned, new geography or odd time login, and it prevents your site from getting hacked or getting a malicious code or something. And before doing something, you know that your system something has been odd regarding it. And with the second solution, the blocks attackers even if they obtain the OTP through phishing. They have another solution, another authentication also. Even if the OTP is get, even they get the OTP, what can do the next authentication? So it's better to have two things rather than one. to protect your site. It's your site. You have to protect it for any cost. So, do you have any question regarding these two solutions or these two ones? We have you can provide in the Q&A section.
So I believe Mrinal, we would have a demo for this as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, Neha explained us two kind of attacks like on top of that and the solution around it. So one was the dual authentication. So like even if we protect our site in best possible way, there could be a way for attackers to even hack that. So we have seen either email verification or phone verification before that. So to have verification on both at a time is the like better than previous one. So to verify our users identity using the phone and email is the better way to protect and to ensure that the users who are submitting the form have the actual details. So for that, let me show you how it works. So this is the add-on which we can use for verifying both phone and email of the customers at the same time. The setup of the add-on is very simple. I have just selected the form. I have selected the popular form so that everyone should be aware of that, which is WooCommerce registration form. And we have some additional CSS over here, which you can use to keep the UI of the form according to your site. Now let's see how it works on the form. So this is the WooCommerce registration form, which will look after you enable that setting. So if you know the default form, it will show you the email and password field only. So as we have enabled settings using our plugin, you can see the phone field as well, along with the send OTP button. Now, what will happen in that scenario is when customers are registering on your site, they are compulsory to fill both the details, but they are also restricted to verify both the details at a time. That they must verify their email address and phone number. Even if they verify just email address or just a phone number, they are not allowed to register on the site. So in this way, like you must understood, like using this, you will be having the exact details of email address and phone number, because nowadays we know who are running the e-commerce site, we know that many users submit a fake phone or fake email, and when we want to like reach out to them for any email campaign, or if we want to reach out to them regarding the orders they have purchased from your site, we are not able to contact them because of such kind of fake phone or email. So this is the way which we can assure that the people who are coming to your site, who are accessing your site, they are legitimate users and they are submitting the actual information. So now on top of that, I have one more point, that what if I'm sharing my OTP with someone else? So even if you are verifying both phone and email, but if I can share my OTP with someone else and they can do some spam on your site. So for that, we have some additional layer of security. The first is email verification or SMS verification via link. So what will happen in case of link? You cannot just verbally share that code. In case of link, you need to go to the inbox, to go to your mobile, and you need to actually click that link to gain an access. So in this way, we can protect that third-party login or third-party sign-in on your site. And in accordance with it, we do have some dual authentication method like Google Authenticator, like security questions, like YubiKey token, hardware token. So those kind of security methods are available in the market, or which are provided in a plugin, which you can use for protecting your site with multiple layers. Because it's never enough. It's always better to have more kind of security and have your site more protected. So I guess we have covered almost like a brief topic regarding security, its protection, its demo and everything. But I guess security is a very wide concept and it's never enough. So because it's a learning and ongoing process. But still, as we are moving at the end of this webinar, I will ask Neha to just share some key takeaways and just wrap the things.
Before that, I'll share a quick poll. Mrinal and like shared a few authentication methods that are that we can use. And if I'm pretty much sure that most of us are already using those. I've shared a quick poll to understand which all authentication methods you are using currently for your website or for your business. We have SMS based, we have multiple, like we've got a highest vote for SMS based OTP verification. All right, so Neha, I believe we have some best practices that we can follow to protect ourselves from becoming a stat that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, we do have, and yes, the SMS OTP is the most basic one you can say is used nowadays. So to conclude all the webinar, there are some practices that we have to make sure it has been being following on our site. Sites to protect our site. The user layered security. Always have a layer security on your sites that would limit the rate limiting VoIP detections and this. And another things we have discussed in the webinar. Monitor the user behavior regarding it. Track the patterns, repeated OTPs from which geographical areas they are coming from submission or OTPs been requesting. And next is validate your phone. Always validate the phone numbers and emails. It is the most basic and the most important thing to do it. Validate the phone numbers. Have validate contacts regarding it. The next would be is apply the rate limiting at the key endpoints. Is the most basic, and today's world is the most basic thing that you have to have a rate limiting around it, and it's easily available for any plugins. It's literally available everywhere. Next is state updated, as we have one of the stat where if your WordPress sites or themes are not updated to the latest version, it can be hacked. It is unprotected. So keep your sites always protected and update the sites around it. And the most important, the social engineering was mostly caused because the users are not educated. Educate your users, encourage them to use a strong password, enable MFAs, and also not share the OTP with anybody via it, and protect them around it. I think we are mostly done with this, and yes, let's you. Do you have any other questions? You can put in the Q&A sections as well. And just before it, I will just have a share a poll with you guys as what are the methods that you have been following currently using it around it.
Meanwhile, like as Neha mentioned, we have reached at the end of this webinar and we have got certain questions, but because of time constraint, we cannot answer them here. But we'll be reaching out to you on your reaching out to you to giving a detailed answer to your queries. Apart from that, like Mrinal mentioned, WordPress security or cybersecurity is not a small topic; it's huge, and there is a chance that we might not have shared some use case here or some issue over here that is quite common. You guys can reach out to us. I have shared our email IDs. You can either reach out to us at info@securify.com or mfasupport@securify.com, and wherein you can share your queries with us. We'll also be sharing the recording of this webinar as soon as we get it as soon as it is ready on the platform. We'll be sharing it to you. It will also be available on YouTube. We'll be sharing the YouTube links with you as well. And if you still have any insights or if you still want to be a part of this webinar, we'll be conducting it again tomorrow, Friday, at 2 p.m. EST. Uh, we do have newsletters wherein I'm sorry, I'm just going to answer the questions that can be answered quickly. I'm going to answer them immediately over here. The ones which are use case based will be sharing the detailed process and the detailed answer to your query over emails. We do have newsletters wherein we share the regular insights, our regular updates, what's happening around in the WordPress domain or cybersecurity domain. Also, while we are talking about regular insights, if we have anybody from Switzerland, we have WordCamp Europe happening in Switzerland, wherein our team will be exhibiting at Author 6. So you can directly meet our team, get your queries sorted, talk about WordPress security, or any kind of security, be it SSO, MFA, user provisioning, your directory services. You can reach out to our team over there and get your answers from the cybersecurity experts that will be present on the booth. Thank you so much. Someone just said it's a great session. Thank you so much. Uh, if we have any other questions, please shoot them. I hope we have all received our email IDs. Can someone just let me know by the raise of hands if you have got the email IDs? Yeah. So yes, we've got the email IDs. All right. We'll send the recording for this session with you shortly after the webinar. Also, if you have any queries, do reach out to us. Mrinal gave the phone number while sharing the demo. So if you want, you can give us a call directly. Our team is always on the call to help you out and resolve any queries. So thank you all for being such a great audience. Thank you, Mrinal, for such insightful demos and telling us how hackers cannot surpass us. So we are smarter than them. And Neha for great insights and a great session and enlightening us with what is the concept that is quite new and not many people know about it. So thank you all. Thank you very much. Have a good day ahead.